Yeah, if you move too much, Sean's gonna be like kicking you in the leg, like,
No.
go back.
Signal received.
But yeah, great to have you, Craig.
No, thank you for having me.
For a
It's good
special episode.
Yes. Grapple House Invitationals 10.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Finally hit the anniversary.
I know. It's been three years since we started the first Grapple House, and it's mad how it's come on.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think our first arrival on it was when you did the quintet.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been. Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. And it's funny because we first started it. It was me and a training partner of mine, and we both just said, "Oh, wouldn't mind doing an event, try and raise some money for charity."
Yeah.
I had no idea what we were doing. Just thought I'd try putting it on. Never made a poster. Didn't know how to use Instagram.
Yeah.
Never posted. Never done a story. Anything.
Do you think we know what we're doing?
more so than me when I started. And then I mean the first one we didn't have a timer.
Yeah.
Someone was doing the timers and the matches on the phone, and it was awful. But we raised a bit of money, and it was we started developing relationships with like Inner Chimp and a few other sponsors that are still with us now. And then each one just tried making it better, tried progressing, and then it got to a point where we were like, right, okay, what can we do other than tournaments and singles matches, which is when the quintet came in, which was just an incredible day. And then it's just gone on from there, doing the quintet and doing the tag teams, and then on this one and we want to do an absolute, so we're doing 4 absolutes.
I think we mentioned it. I think I was looking through our episode list, and it was episode 8. So we're on. This will be episode 41.
Right. Okay.
So that's how long ago it was. It's like we've been doing this a year. So literally, episode 8, we mentioned how the atmosphere at Grapple House Invitationals was absolutely amazing for the quintet, and how it's like that. The quintet format built that story and the narrative there, which was really good, and we just kept talking about how the atmosphere for weeks afterwards. Me and mine were both saying how amazing it was.
I remember because I remember listening to that podcast because it got to a point where we were filming all the matches and we were trying to put them all on YouTube. Trying to put them on Instagram, and then the sound kept on getting cut off. So we ended up playing like some mad music, which was it's like it'd play on YouTube, and I remember it popping up on the podcast. It was like they had some sort of like weird techno crazy stuff. Like I said, it was just because it wasn't copyrighted.
Yeah.
I remember that being on the podcast, but the quintet one, it was incredible. I think with it being a team event, the atmosphere was just it was just amazing. The support for people was just incredible.
It's just been built from there, hasn't it? So
yeah, in terms of money raised for charity, it's we did well up to that point. Since then, it's kind of gone down a little bit. But the quintet one, that first one, I think it was Grapple House 6, maybe 7. It was just I've had so many people come up and say it was their favourite event that they've ever been to, and I think it was just that team aspect. Which
I think it definitely converted Martin to go and watching events.
Right.
I think that was one of your first events that you watched, wasn't it?
So that was one of my first ones.
Right. Okay.
Because I've never seen it like before.
Right. it was. I think because Grapple House is usually in the gym as well, because everybody's so close to each other, the atmosphere, it doesn't get lost.
Yeah.
But we'd never had atmosphere like that. And then, like some of the clips that we're going to see today, it's like the finals. It was just amazing.
It just gets so loud and support there. It's just
it was fantastic.
So that competition, was it yesterday?
No, it's next week.
Oh, it's okay.
He's a genius, man. He's gonna call this grappling industry at some point.
They don't know what they're doing. No, that quintet. So that was end of last year.
Yeah.
End of last year, because City Fresh, they were competing on it, and they use it as the Christmas do.
Yeah.
We invite them to like the November, December shows, and they just use it as a Christmas do to Manchester. So
that's nice.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. So you mentioned it's for charity.
Yes.
So what's the charity that?
So to be honest, each one, other than the first one, which we ended up doing for Bury Hospice, because the partner that I was doing the show with at the time, I think it was his sister had passed away at Bury Hospice, said that the care that she received there was amazing. So I was like, right, let's get on board, let's do that. And then every one we've done something different. Whether it just be mind, or like something that's sort of like it's associated with Jiu-Jitsu. Everybody says how Jiu-Jitsu it helps the mental health, but then others, it's like my nan, she passed away at a hospice in Llandudno, so we raised a bit of money for them one day. One show, sorry. So it just constantly changes. Yeah. So this one again, we've not actually got a charity in mind yet. Whether we make any money, that's the thing, because the prize money for this one is like I said, with it being number 10, we decided that we want to try and give back to the people that are supporting us. They've raised all this money for charities over the last 3 years. We thought, right, we'll do some tournaments, following Ikigai in Steve's footsteps, and try and give some cash prizes out as well. So,
that's good.
So if we make any money, there will be some money going to charity.
I'm sure you'll have like a donation box floating around anyway. So
yeah.
Actually, we could do that.
Yeah, we will do well with that. Yeah.
But we'll find who it is. Anyway, the meat and veg of why we've got you here is we want to go through the top 5.
Yes.
The top 5 moments. Your top 5 moments of Grapple House Invitationals.
And it was unbelievably tough picking 5. It was like I was just flicking through all these reels from Han, and I was like, how do I pick 5?
Yeah. I think we've been planning this for a couple of weeks now, haven't we? Just and it's like, so you've been spending weeks going through all these, and then
it's difficult. It's like it's like you've got some clips. Obviously, the technique's incredible, and you get some the atmosphere's amazing, or it's like you can see it means so much to someone to get that win, to win that tournament. So I was going through it. I was just, this is hard. And then when I sent you the 5, and you're like, oh, well, what order is it in? I was like, fucking hell.
I made the task even harder.
Even harder. I've picked 5, but now I've got to put them in order as well. So.
You're like, you can't pass. Yeah. But anyway, so we'll go to number 5 then.
Yes. Yep. Perfect.
We'll show Martin because he's not seen him. But that'll be, is it George and Merlin?
Yes, George Mott of Henshaw's and Merlin Walls of Exile BJJ.
If it's George, I love it already.
So there we go.
It was honestly one of it was one of the best matches I've ever seen live. It was incredible.
Usually anything with George is very, very live.
High pace, high intensity, scrambles. It was just non-stop. We went to overtime because we couldn't decide who win. So we did a 2-minute overtime, and then Merlin got another guillotine at the end. But it was just everybody after it just said how incredible that match was. It's like 12 minutes including the overtime, just non-stop action.
12 minutes.
Wow. It was a 10-minute match, then we went to the overtime, and then Merlin got the sub. But it was, like I said, it was just...
It was a great match, that.
And it's very hard to stay active for so much, 10 minutes.
I was gassed watching it. I was tired
just for the shouting.
But yeah, it's just the way that they were going at it was 12 minutes of just action.
Oh, it was. I mean, you've seen them both compete before. Like you said, you obviously know George well.
Yeah.
Great lad, very active guy, and his matches, he just brings it, doesn't he? And Merlin did exactly the same. And they just clashed and just take down, sub attempt escape. It was just really fun to watch.
Well, I think it's one good thing because Grapple House Invitationals is so well known now as a competition that you're starting to see these rivalries, because George and Merlin took this away and did a match at Ikigai, I believe.
Yeah,
they did, didn't they?
I was gonna say I heard that name before.
Yeah. And then you've got, so up on the current one that number 10, you've got one that's coming from the Combat Jits, potentially, where you've got Olivia and Zan.
Potentially.
Which is potentially on the cards.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, you know what it's like on the circuit. You've obviously got plenty of new guys coming in. Yeah. You see the same people, you see the same faces, and it's like you're obviously always trying to change it up so you don't sort of like repeat the matches. But when you get something as good as that, you think, I just want to see it again and again. Yeah. I'd happily put that match on every Grapple House.
I know, that just gets people going.
No.
And it's
like a main card, you can put it up.
Yeah, they just go at it, and it's both of them have got that solid technique, and they've just got that work rate.
Oh yeah, it's the cardio of the two of them was amazing, and it's not only that, is it? Like you said, the technique and just like 10 minutes of just not making mistakes and just constant attack defense. But yeah, we might end up getting Zan and Olivia. I can't.
No, we can't.
I can't confirm yes or no, but
the bracket gods may have decided. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, it'd be good to see in the fact that Olivia was incredible with her slaps from the combat side. It'd be incredible to see. Yeah. Zan and Olivia without them, just pure jiu-jitsu.
The thing is, though, irrelevant of if they get placed in the first round with each other, if they're both good enough to get to the final, they face each other in the final.
Yeah.
Irrespective of where they are in the bracket, wins will get you to each other.
Yeah.
So
it's a tough
bracket. That women's bracket is.
It is tough. I mean, it's been difficult to fill because one of the. Like I said, so Ikigai 10 got Grapple House 10. The reason for doing it, obviously, like I said, trying to give back to the people that have supported it over the years. Yeah. And then we've had some amazing women's tournaments, amazing women's matches. We had the women's quintet as well. So it's like, so I didn't want to exclude anyone. So we're doing 4 tournaments in the space of one event, which is just a huge ask anyway. But then we're struggling to fill this bracket, and at one point. The other 2 people that signed up for the intermediate tournament, the women's intermediate tournament, was Zan and Olivia. And they've both signed up, and I've seen that they're going on combat jits as well. I was like, bloody hell. So I can't announce them yet, but then thankfully we've managed to fill it.
Yeah, it's a tough one when it comes to the brackets. Yeah, it's always.
It is. I mean, initially we were trying to do a 16 woman intermediate, 16 woman advanced, and then the same for the male.
So how many fights do you have per tournament?
We had to change it. So we had to change it because we're like I said, we were really struggling to fill the women's intermediate one.
Right.
Because the 18th of October just seems to be the day. Everybody's putting on Warehouse BJJ. They've put on a women's comp.
They've got 32 women.
Yeah. So it's like so many of the people that have competed on ours had already signed up to that one. Because I think we announced our show about a week after them.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 other shows that same day. I've just seen there's a seminar with Owen O'Flanagan on at Bolton. I'm like, fucking
everyone wants that Christmas bonus.
Oh, it's fucking nightmare. It's like I'm just trying to put on a show. But yeah, listen, we've managed to fill it over the course of the day. 40. How many matches are there now? Jeez.
With a lot of matches.
42.
Wow.
42 matches. Yeah. Looking at the running order, it's like we start at midday, we finish at about 8 p.m.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I was gonna say about the time management, because matches and how do you do with breaks and everything.
Well, that's the thing. Like we always try and run really quickly.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying not to, because I think one of the problems with certain comps is there's too much of a break in between certain ones.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I understand, at the same time, it's like if people are making like profit from the bar and stuff like that, and you give people an opportunity to go get a drink, get something to eat, and it's how you're going to make your money from the show. At the same time, it's like you've been to shows where you sort of like, if there's like a 1 minute sub, and then the next match is 20-30 minutes where you just sat there just like just filling the time. I'd rather just that match has ended, right, let's bang on the next match, and it keeps that atmosphere flowing throughout.
But you do like 10 matches, then longer break, 10 matches, longer break, so something like that.
Usually we'll do like a tournament and then maybe have like a 10-minute break. And then we'll, depending on whether we've got singles matches or another tournament, we'll have like a 10-minute break. And it's what we're doing for this one as well, because you think the refs, the videographers, everybody that's involved, they need a bit of time as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we're planning. So midday, so doors open at 11.
Right.
We'll be there from God knows what time.
From evening.
Well, we're there the day before as well, and then putting the finishing touches in the morning.
It's a multi-day operation. It's
on site. It's absolute chaos. I mean, we were talking before, weren't we, about stages?
Yeah.
We've got a raised stage. Yeah. We've got a raised stage for it. Like I say, it's a really old venue. It's a really sort of like cool old school sort of theatre. So you've got levels to it. You've got seating going up, so people be able to get a fantastic view of all the action. We've got some VIP tables downstairs as well. So everybody's going to get a good view.
Are you going to be refereeing?
He's going to be sat there with a beer, enjoying it, no stress.
No, that's the only referee I know.
Oh, right.
That's what I was saying.
It's 1 minute from a tram stop. I'm definitely drinking. There's even a nice chicken shop round the corner that I know. So
I didn't even know the place existed. We're looking at venues, and we're getting quotes for some of these venues. It's like, Jesus, it's like, this costs so much. And then one of the lads who runs the show, Dave, he said, "Oh, have you tried here?"
I
don't know it exists. And it's slap bang in the centre of Rochdale. So I'm like, all right, let's go have a look. Like I say, it's just
isn't it?
Yeah, and it's
Get
all
17 bus up,
it's
you'll be
all-
fine.
You could if you're based in middle. I'm not having a beer. I'm not having a beer. Too much to do. But yeah, it's a really cool photo. It's good.
Anyway, shall we head on to number 4?
Yes, we can do. Nice.
I'm sorry, but every time I see Mikey get done in, I'm enjoying that.
It was mental. That was Grapple House 9.
Yeah.
First tag team tournaments that we've done.
Where did you get the tag team idea from?
You know what? So like
WWE.
everybody kind of thinks. So it's like we've had loads of people like messages going, "Oh, this is amazing. This is that." It's like, how do you come up with that idea? And nobody knows that Chael Sonnen did it a few years ago. He had a show. I think it was like Submission Underground or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He only had like 6 or 7 shows. But they'd done tag teams, but it was in a cage. So like the guy was just sort of like on the side of the cage. He wasn't out the cage, he was on the side of the cage, and then they tagged. I think it was Mason Fowler. He gets tagged in, and he like ducks under and goes for like a leg lock. And as he's going for this heel hook, he ends up attacking his own teammate's leg. There was just so many legs there. He ends up accidentally attacking his own teammate's leg. I was like, Jesus, this is chaos.
I want some of it.
Well, Sam Kay, you know Sam. Yeah. He's been involved in the show since the first one, whether it be competing, coaching, and then we said, everybody loves him, so like, can you announce for us? So he started announcing, and he just messaged me after one of the events, and he just said, tag team. I was like, what? He's like, tag team, gotta do it. I was like, I've got a rule set for it. And then he sort of like sent me a few bits. So I was like, I wouldn't mind amending it a little bit, and then we went, you know what, we'll trial it. We'll see how we get on. And then Grapple House 8, we did like 3 matches, and the first match, like the atmosphere was a bit flat, and then the first match we got tagged, and someone just leapt in. I think it was Nate. He just leapt in, jumped on his back, and then everybody.
That's a flying rear naked choke.
But what happened to Mikey was the best. I was like, that was just classic.
It was incredible. I said, I think.
I'm always a fan of 2-on-1 action. Really am. Ever since Keir Starmer blocked the fun side of the internet.
No comment. No comment until after Grapple House 10.
He does have a dark side sometimes.
Sometimes. No, it's funny because we spoke to everyone afterwards, and so it was Mikey and Chris Senior versus Robbie Disserens and Alfie Elvey. And speaking to Robbie and Alfie afterwards, they'd gone into strategy. Right, okay, and you when you watch the matches back, you can tell. Because like that one, Mikey's trying to hit that Hindu
class or whatever I think.
Hindu guillotine. And as he's trying to hit that, you see Robbie just stand up and he just starts walking him over to the corner. And when Alfie jumps on his back, I was like, fuck. I was like, is that allowed? I don't even know. They're my rules, but I don't even know. And you can see Mikey laughed at it, and he was like, fucking hell, what can I do here?
They were having good time.
Oh, he was joking. He was like, after it, he laughed and he was joking about it, and he was like, "Fucking hell, what can I do?" It's like I'm trying to get him, and he's picked me up. But they did that throughout. Like Robbie, he picked Jack Hampshire up at one point, walked him over to his corner, and Jack was that worried about the tag, he just forgot to. He forgot to defend his neck. and Robbie just got a rear naked choke on him. So the strategy side of things was like it was really interesting, really fun to watch. But that was just
how many hours of tape of WWE do you think they studied before?
a lot, definitely.
They went back to the Rockers, 1980s kind of tag teams.
Just that WWF from my days, sort of Rory's War, and they must have looked at it a bit, but they had strategy, and there wasn't that many people that did. But yeah, it was so fun. It was
again, it's just adding to that atmosphere as well, isn't it?
It is, and we've got the platform to try these things. Yeah. It's like, because again, we're not doing it to try and make profit, you know. So we're you know, everybody's got full-time jobs. Everybody's doing all right. I'm not rich. I'm definitely not. But everybody's doing okay, and so we can try these things. Try and make a bit of money for charity. Try and make a bit of a difference. And if it doesn't work, we take it away. So you know, if it does work, we can try and progress with it. And some of the stuff that people send in, like some of the people that have competed on the show, like, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's like one lad's message saying you should do a Royal Rumble. Ooh. I was like, what? No. And he sent me ideas, and I'm like, not technically a Royal Rumble, but with a specific rule.
It should be fun.
It could. Something could work.
We do the King of the Mat.
Yeah.
Once a year.
Yeah.
Like I think the last winner was Mikey, the last winner of the King of the Mat.
Something similar to that. I think something similar to that.
But no ladder matches.
Not yet.
No, like barbed wire.
A couple of people have almost gone through the table. A couple of people have almost gone through the table. There's a couple of times where we've had to.
Still waiting for that Ikigai, but.
That happened yet?
No.
It almost happened at the last bowlers though, didn't it? Some of those takedowns.
Someone for a camera.
Oh
my God. They ended up through the live stream.
I remember which one was it? It was at the old club when he started it, and Mohammed Moiz, he was trying to take someone down.
Yeah.
And he just ran the person into a chair, and there was like a woman sat on the chair. He was just continuing trying to take him down. It's chaos when people sat so close, isn't it? But
it's part of the fun as well, isn't
it?
That's the atmosphere that certain people want in, like Steve wants that atmosphere in his comps.
And
it's what you have in yours as well, at the Grapple House Invitationals, where it's Matt's side.
You're trying to clear people out of the way. But like Ross Widdop, was it Malik? It was on one of the ones in Saddleworth, and he tries taking him down and hits him into a table, and then you reset them in the middle, and then he hits him into another table, and all of a sudden everybody's just fucking, and the atmosphere just raises again, and you know, no subs have happened, no subs have been attempted, but
people
just
crazy.
They like the chaos. They love the chaos.
I think one I saw, one of the ones I saw was it the bearded gorilla guy? I can't remember his name.
Big Jeff,
and Eddie, and they went straight to the wall.
Oh yeah, Jeff was trying to get him in. It was like a straight arm bar. Eddie was trying to take his back, and then once you get to the wall,
people scattering, and then the wall's the wall. It's not going anywhere.
You know how difficult it is, because it's like when you're reffing, like as soon as he's trying to sub him, but at the same time it's like you don't want to stop the sub. Where can I stop it where it's okay? You can't stop someone like mid sub, mid cranking. And Eddie ended up getting Jeff in an armbar. He was just pinned up against the wall and able to go anywhere.
It's chaos.
It's chaos.
So, number 3.
Number 3. I think it was only like the second, maybe third show, and he filled in last minute. And the funny thing was, after it, I was having a chat with him, and he'd had a bet with his mates beforehand, saying, "Right, bet me a tenner and I'll get a twister."
Really?
That's how confident he was. You know?
Wow.
He's good though. Colin's a bit like a guy. He's a showman as well. He loves it.
He does. It's like I said, I didn't really know him up to that point, and then you see it, and you're like, Jesus. Like afterwards, you know, sort of like raising the atmosphere with it. I saw him on Icky. Yeah, he's unbelievably good.
I think he's one of the daytime coaches up at South Bolton as well.
Yeah, he is. He does a lot of reffing as well, but he coaches there and he coaches at another gym as well. But yeah, he's really good. He's not competing at the moment. I think he's had a couple of issues. Yeah. That's sort of like I think he's got like skin irritation, something like that. So he's not been able to compete as much as he does. you saw an Iker guy when he does. He's great to watch. He's really fun to watch.
He's such a clean competitor in his technique.
Yeah.
Where like so his leg entries or whatever he's doing,
Yeah.
and he's just being really precise with it.
Yeah.
But then is that thing of he'll go straight for it. He's got that killer instinct to get the sub, but then he just works the crowd, he works the camera. Literally, a guy he was walking on stage with his phone going. He pulled the guns. He was just enjoying life.
It's how confident he is. Like I said, he's young as well. He's young, really nice lad.
He's not misplaced confidence either. That's it.
No,
he's good.
He's backing it up.
Yeah.
He's backing it up. If you can bet with your mates beforehand that you're gonna hit a twist. I think he was a blue belt at the time as well.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit a twister on a purple belt. It's like you got to be good, aren't you?
Also, he was a blue belt and the guy was purple belt at that time.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, Kyle was purple. Yeah, Kyle was a purple belt at the time. Yeah, so he's just. Like I said,
That's really good confidence.
I think it's the only twister we've had on the show as well. So it's.
To be that end, isn't it? Because a twister's dirty.
Oh no!
A twister's just about pure control on someone.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a great setup as well. It's a great entry.
Well, the importance of showmanship is great. Is important in competitions. Not only does it work in the crowd, it works the profile for social media.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's things like that where they're working their social media. It also helps your social media and builds up the profile of the competition as you go. So
yeah, I mean, I think that's since we've had the reels, since we've had the highlight reels. It's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like people, obviously they compete in, they want the photos, but they want those highlight reels. And if we can help build the profile of our show and help build the profile of, people as they're trying to get sponsorship and they're trying to progress as well, then it's
very good as a promotion.
It works both.
Me and Martin are great for highlight reels.
Really?
Yeah, we're on the opposite end of it.
On the opposite
Yeah,
end of them,
we collect low light videos.
You're getting twisted.
Yeah, the amount of times I've been twisted by Mikey is awful. Well, yeah, but Conan, literally the energy of Conan. So I Iker guy when I was refereeing, I always like to encourage the guys. It's like at the start, I'm like, right, you're gonna come onto the mats. I want you to work the crowd when you hear your name, blah blah blah. And literally, Conan's like, yeah, I've got this.
Yeah.
And he was working his phone as he was walking down from the back.
Yeah.
He had his mate. He passes the phone to his mate. His mate's like coaching him, but also got the phone on him as he walks onto the mat. He owns it, and I was just like, damn. It's like that's what you need. It's like if you ever want to make a career out of grappling, they'll be able to just have that engagement with the audience.
Yeah, that showmanship's massive for it. It is big for it. I mean, funny thing is, it's like no disrespect to Nat, who was his opponent, an Iker guy. Like Steve, I was speaking to Steve, and he said, I've had a couple of people apply for, because I think it was like a late, there was a late pull out one day. And he said, do you know anything about this Conan? I said, you lose it. I think it was like for 250 quid, won it the match.
Yeah.
I said. You're losing 250 quid if you put that match together. I said, he's so high level. And he went, oh, all right, okay. And then the day after, I saw the poster come out, it was Conan versus Nat. I was like, all right. And then watched it, and it was like a 20-second ankle lock or whatever it was. It was like,
He just went straight for that,
don't want to say I told you so, but no. Like I said, it's no disrespect to Nat, because that's a very good brown belt as well.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've seen Conan a few times, and he's up there.
When you say someone's a competitor, he's a competitor.
Oh yeah.
That's it. It's like there's some people that compete, and some people who are competitors, and he's a competitor. He will just go out there and take.
Yeah, it's a different level.
Yeah. There's levels to it, isn't there? There is levels to it, and you can tell when you see someone when they've got it. Yeah. And he's definitely one of them.
So should we head for number 2?
Yes, we can head for number 2.
What's the prize? Show the prize.
The prize is a custom-made kunai and 5 Grapple House Invitational medals. Let's go.
Best prizes in the business, baby. Let's go.
Round of applause, the winners in the first quintet tournament, Northeast Division!
Grapple was 7, yes.
Yeah, quintet final.
First quintet we'd done. That was the intermediate. It was between Lakes,
Yeah.
BJ,
Yeah.
and Northeast.
Northeast are the ones that beat the Earnshaw team.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, Nick and Ryan Oliver, who were in it came down to the last match, which just made it that much more special and just hyped
The
it up that much
investment
more.
in there is just...
it was incredible. It's like it all comes down to this.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, Nick had beaten him on a previous show. I think it had gone to decision, but he'd beat him on a previous show. And you saw on that Nick, he starts cranking.
The
that
way he
arm,
lifted it up.
him up. I thought, oh, fucking hell,
He's gonna tap or something.
And then when he sinks in that Peruvian necktie, it is the atmosphere of it, which was just incredible. Because like you've got teams like Henshaw's had stayed, Grapple House, we had a team there. Everybody had stayed to watch the final, and everybody was, despite obviously losing teams, everybody was just buzzing by it.
Because that's the thing that you have in competitions quite a lot, is where people who have lost or they're out of a competition just go.
Yeah.
But with that, because everyone was like enjoying it so much, people just stayed. And
They said everybody was invested.
Yeah.
Everybody was invested in it, and with it being the first one that we'd done, everybody was kind of like, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing how this turns out. And I think with the quintet, it just changes everything. It's like, because you've got fresh people coming in.
Yeah.
It's like you've seen guys in one-off matches. This guy will 100% beat this guy.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the quintet, someone might be a bit tired. They might have just had a match before. And I'm not saying Ryan couldn't beat Nick in a one-on-one match and Nick couldn't beat Ryan, but it takes it out of people when they've just faced someone. They've just faced someone, sub them. They've got a minute to recover, and then you've got to face someone who's fresh.
It just
adds
adds variables into it and layers of. It's crazy. I love the quintet format. I think, when it works, it works. When people for yourselves, it works. Not saying there's nothing on the line, but there's the prizes on the line. There's money potentially on the line. But with the CGI, that just went. We criticised CGI. We had an issue where people were playing it too safe. Because no one really wanted to lose, because you put your team at a disadvantage. So we're seeing a lot more draws at CGI. But when you're looking at the amateur level that we're doing now, it's people just want to win.
Yeah.
And that's where you have a lot more excitement. I'd say the quintets that happened there and at your shows are more exciting than the CGI ones.
Like I said, it's down to money, innit?
Yeah.
It's 100% down to money. It's like for that one, I think competitors have to pay like 20 quid to compete.
Yeah.
They know they know where the money's going. They know it's going for a good cause. So they feel like they've done their bit as well.
And you get a medal and an undisclosed item which cannot be revealed.
Yes, they get a sharp trophy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's not that much on the line. It's like everybody comes in, they have a crack at it. They give it a good go. And like you said, they just want to win. There was very little. I think there was 1 or 2 matches where there was a bit of stalling. Yeah. But other than that, it's like every match was.
Most of them were very active.
There was just action.
What made me laugh was the mismatch that happened for our guys.
Liam.
I don't know who that guy is from Northeast, but he was like 7 foot tall.
And then you get Liam.
Liam versus Gary. I think it was. He's like a 90 kilo, 6'4" blue belt, and then you got little Liam, 65 kilos, 5'7" or whatever. He's just looking up. He's like,
and he gave it a go.
he did. I mean, he did, but it's just like
the mismatch was there. But that's the nature of quintet, where you put a big guy in, you need a little guy somewhere else, and
there's a weight limit to it, so it adds out overall. But it was just looking.
But the entire event and that final was fire, and the way it finished was just
because it came down to that last match. Everybody's invested, and it worked out that way in the advanced as well, where it came down to that 2 final competitors, one from either team.
And it was caught as a sub as well, which is what you want. When you get a final, you want it to finish on a sub.
Yeah.
You don't want a decision.
You don't want a decision. You don't want it to go to the judges where it's that tight, where we've got to give it.
And then they have a grudge on judges.
Yeah. And then,
yes.
And there's arguments.
You don't want
that.
You don't want that.
Judges, showrunners.
Everyone gets it.
But
it was great, and to catch something like that on Nick.
Yeah.
Again, Nick's a tough guy to roll with. We've seen him at competitions up and down.
Yeah.
And
With Paul Kelly was.
he's like,
he done
I think he had
a
to do 3. Paul Kelly and Nick did 3 matches overall just to define an actual winner for a sub. So you're looking at two, big, strong guys who are good at jiu-jitsu just going at it for
scrapping it out
I
for
think,
3 matches on different
3 matches,
shows,
18 minutes, and it took to get a sub. It was like, that's a lot of grappling. That.
Nick's very good, and he's supported.
Nicest guy as well.
He is. He's a
Lovely guy.
He supported the show. He sponsored the show. So I have a lot of time for Nick. And when he started cranking that arm, I thought, okay,
I thought he's gonna
snap it here. To be fair to Ryan, he kind of managed to raise up with it. And then when he got on top and then sunk in that Peruvian, I mean, it's very rare you see a Peruvian anyway, but to see a Peruvian, sort of in the final against a good guy as well, it was special. And then
that's why he gets the number 2 spot.
Yes, you can see how much it meant to everyone. Like the atmosphere of everybody running in and winning, it's like they just won the FA Cup. It was really special.
So was it when you go to the last 2 guys, you've had like 9 matches in a quintet, and I think both teams have gone pretty much to the last guy on each one.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of matches. So they've invested a lot of their own energy and time into it. So that emotional investment's there. Yeah. And when they win, the relief that they get and the exhilaration, you can see it on their faces when they come running on.
Well, you had like everyone from the team. You had like Ellis Young, you had Mitchell, you had loads of people that were obviously just there to support them. All of them just ran onto the mat and were just jumping up and down. Like I said, that's what made it special. Yeah. That's why it's number 2.
Yeah, and it takes a lot to get number 1 though.
Chaos, absolute chaos. Chaos is number 1.
I had a feeling Eddie K is going to be one of the...
He has to be. Yeah. He has to
Eddie
be.
K,
honestly, he's like,
nightmare that is Eddie K.
Scrappiest guy ever.
I love Eddie. I don't know. Maybe Mikey hates him, but other than Mikey, he's getting some flack.
I use Eddie K as a joke to Mikey all the time. he's like, I'm gonna go and win this match. He went, is Eddie not competing?
He's getting some shit eventually. I said there was a number of highlight reels of Mikey's like Mikey, competing at like 70, under 70, he's competing against like 85, 90 guys and guillotining them for fun. But no, it's like
sleep in my grapple industries.
he's just good, isn't he?
Yeah, so you had Danny Hughes and Eddie K versus
Brandon Richmond and Jack Hampshire. So the final,
all the guys are on the circuit.
Yes, and
well known on the circuit.
So all of them have supported the show before, been on it regularly.
All of them are good grapplers as well.
Fun enough, Sam K was supposed to be tag teaming with Eddie, and then we rocked up on the day, and he'd hurt his shoulder, and he said, I might be able to do the first match, but it might, if my shoulder doesn't hold up, he said I'm not going to be able to do the rest, and I'll have Danny as a replacement. I was like, you can't put in a fresh Danny Hughes. It's like it's a bit unfair on the other team. So
put Danny Hughes on a treadmill for an hour and
then tired just to get him sort of like at the same level as everyone else. So he's tired. So Sam said, you want to put Danny in instead. Danny can go in with Eddie. And they had a great run. Like I said again, tag team. It was the first tag team tournaments that we've done. And
it went so good.
Oh, it was so much fun to watch. I'm obviously biased, but when you watch them and you're reffing and you're in the action, you're like, this must be fun to watch. Yeah. And then like I said,
if the reel's fun to watch, it's got to be better when you're there as well.
Oh,
that's it.
The atmosphere. That, like I said, that's number 1. I mean, I think it's got like 300,000 views or something on Insta, which is the most out of anything we've had. But it was just the pure chaos of that match. Don't get me wrong, there's fantastic jiu-jitsu as well, but from that clip, like you've got Brandon chasing Danny across the mat. and you've got Eddie chasing Brandon across the mat and having a scramble, and then Eddie gets a heel hook on Brandon, and we had to cut a bit out of it because there was a bit of... So essentially you can't tag when you're out of bounds, and the out of bounds is labelled as any part of your body that's out of bounds. And Brandon's tried rolling out of this heel hook, rolled back in, and then it is tight. I mean, we looked at it again and again and again, and Brandon's tagged and he's out of bounds. So we had like a 5-minute debate on what to do. And we've got to give him the tap. It's like Brandon's tried rolling out of it, not managed to escape it, and then gone for the tag. It's like, we can't reset him in the middle. And Eddie's got a full-on heel hook on Brandon and just starts ripping it. It's like, it's a disaster.
That's literally
it happened years ago with Palhares. He ADCC, I think it was, and he just...
We had it finger, so I was speaking to Steve before the Elastica guy, and it was one of the things that we've got about the out of bounds, and we've becoming much stricter with the out of bounds. So I was like saying, if people are rolling with a heel hook, it's not locked in. It's part of the defence. It's not. And I was like, are we in agreement where it's just reset? And he goes, can't reset in the position though, because he goes, no, just reset it standing.
Right, okay.
And that's where the Ikigai came. Like decision was, it's like if you're rolling with it, you're not locked in. If you've locked a heel hook in, you've got it in. You're not getting out of it. Otherwise, people would roll forever.
So I think it's
but it's one of those really hard things to decide.
It's different.
Everyone's got a different view on it, and it's. But
I think if it's a legit submission, I mean, but rolling is part of the defence, isn't it? I mean, it's like if they've got a legitimate submission.
But you can't roll forever.
Well, you can't, especially when there's tables around or there's a wall around, can you?
Not the wall down, let them fall out the middle.
Well, I think that's the thing. It's like regardless of how big you make a mat, it's like combat jits. The mat space is huge. People find a way to get to the end of it. Polaris, the mat space is huge. It's like I think the combat one and Polaris one, I think it's the same size. I think it's like 8 meters by 8 meters.
Wow.
It's absolutely huge, but people find a way to get to the edge of the mat. So it doesn't matter whether you say if you roll off.
I saw a clip about the ADCs that they had. Like in England, like a couple of weeks ago.
The UK one in Manchester.
And someone apparently went from one mat across another mat.
So
they went some like 15 meters in it's in a stand-up scramble. And it's like, what the hell are you doing?
So they'll find a way because like when you're in that zone, so you're not sort of like looking at the surroundings, you're focused on them. I said the only reason I think Brandon would tag is because he's tried the defence, maybe not able to get. If he didn't know that the tag wasn't an option, maybe he escapes, but Eddie's got that time. Like I said, we reviewed it for about 5 minutes and we're like, we've got to give him a tap. And to be fair to Brandon, he's such a lovely bloke, and we're talking, I felt horrible because like they've got to the final. Last thing I want to do is take it away, and I went over and I said, and he went, mate, he said, I've had a great day. He said, I've had a really good time again. He said,
and he kept the foot.
Pardon?
And he kept.
He just said, look, do what you've got to do.
But I just love that clip, and it's that thing of, you mentioned strategy before.
With
the one with Mikey Pollard, and there's a strategy there that you're seeing where people understand the power of being near your teammate in the tag team. It's like having that option is one of the most powerful things to have.
I think if we were to do another tag, sorry for interrupting. If we were to do another tag, I think people would focus a lot more on, because there's a number of subs throughout the day where like you have people like locked up in tight triangles, and because they're so close to the corner, they just quick tag, they're out of it. I think on the one before as well, Lewis is coming close to like the first ever Sulov stretch on the on the show. They're like, looking at you like, oh, and his opponent's just about to have his hamstring so tags, suddenly he's out of it.
And then Lewis is on the back end of a bad position.
I felt bad for him as well, because I want to see that sub on the show. But going back to Danny and Eddie, so Eddie essentially taps Brandon, and then Jack comes in. I honestly don't know what he catches Eddie with. It just seems as though he's stretched Eddie out, and Eddie's just tapped. I don't know. And then Danny just runs in. They have a bit of back and forth, and he just sub really tight. What I thought Jack's arms were come off his body.
You just see it go like the power of his hand to the back of his head. It was like
when he rolls, and like you said, his fist. Oh, it's so tight. But
it's a well-deserved first place. That
is
a well-deserved first.
It was amazing. The chaos of it all was incredible to watch. Like I said, the amount of people that have commented on it, seen it, and like shared it, and like we've got people from all over following the show now because of that one clip. And then you've also got the technique of it all as well, which is like Eddie's tight Kimura, and you've got Jack's sub, and then you've got Danny with ridiculously tight Kimura.
But you got all of it.
It's amazing. It was amazing to watch. It was so fun. It's a great way to run the show as well.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get through to do some of the main work. What's the next show? When's it on?
Grapple House 10 is next Saturday, 18th of October. Champness Hall in Rochdale. Everything's on the Instagram page. We have got, like I said, 4 tournaments. Very busy day. Women's intermediate, men's intermediate, women's advanced, men's advanced. That's how it's going to run. We've got cash prizes, guaranteed £1,000 for each tournament. And don't know if you've watched Squid Game before.
Yeah.
But when we were trying to we always try and do a theme, and when we were putting this together and doing the theme, it was like, how can we make it a bit more Squid Gamey than just putting a couple of t-shirts on? No, I can't do it.
Red and green.
I think it was Dre. I think it was Dre who suggested. I thought, with it being Squid Game, I thought you were gonna do like red light, green light, but they had to stop in a position when the red light went on, and then you've got the green light coming on. I was like, that's just madness. But we did it with the bonuses, so we're thinking, right, so if someone takes someone out with a submission, you get 25 quid, and then the overall pot for the winner will add an extra 25 quid in for that. Hopefully it sparks people and thinking, you know what, I'll just keep on going for it. I'm not going to make anything if a decision unless I win the whole thing.
Yeah.
So let's try and get some subs, and fingers crossed that just pushes the action and just. I mean, from my point of view, don't get any subs. I want to make a profit.
Yeah.
However, for the sake of the show, go after it and just, like I said, make as much as you can.
And sponsors?
Sponsors, we've got some fantastic sponsors. Strain Fightwear is sponsoring. We've got Strain, POV Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
He's sponsoring the event, and he's going to be doing a bit of reffing. We've got Con doing some reffing as well. Nice. They're going to be wearing the
meta glasses.
Yes, they're going to be wearing the meta glasses. So we're going to get a lot of footage from that. Inner Chimp on board as always. They've supported us since the first show. Got a lot of time for Matty and the boys there. We've got Strive, which is a gym in Chadderton. One of the best gyms and facilities I've been to, and that's not because they're a sponsor. That's it is amazing. We've got Sales Hero UK. Since they approached us, I've been looking at some of their stuff and the amount of gyms that they've helped just through their experience and strategy. It's like they're making these gyms a lot more successful than they have been. Rinse and Roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
You will have a stall. Rinse and Roll will have a stall. Strain will have a stall there. It's like keeping everybody on the mats, aren't they? With the mother's milk and
Good. I'm low on soap. I need to get some.
So next week you'll stocking up.
Next week, come to the show. You can buy some soaps. And then Grapple Rat. Who've been sponsoring us for I think it's the last 4 or 5. I don't think they've got a stall there, but they'll be there. And Jake Smiley, who competes on behalf of Grapple Rat, they'll be there. Oh, you put me on the spot now. I'm trying to think. Dre, can't forget Dre. Dre's done he does loads of great design work, but he's done the rash guards. We've not got a rash guard for this one. I thought I put so much on Matty and a Chimp, the amount that they produce, the amount that they've spent over the years on rash guards for us is just ridiculous. But Dre's designed the last 3 rash guards, Matrix, WWE, and Fight Club one. They're all his work's incredible. His work's so good.
Better than my attempts at designing things, but he's got talent, hasn't he?
He's unbelievably good at what he does. Women that fight, no, they started sponsoring. I was having a chat with them before we started putting the event together. So we're trying to do women's tournaments. We always struggle to fill them. So we usually have like a core of people that are on it. Josie Donkey and Laura Grocott. You know, we've got
Yeah.
people that constantly come to watch the show. I said, look, I want to fill these brackets because I don't want there to be any issues, any drama online from having male tournaments but not having women's tournaments. You know, it's like
You want to be inclusive, so.
we've tried promoting women's BJJ as much as we can. You know, we've had 8 women tournaments where we've only had like 3 people enter.
Yeah.
We've still gone on and done the tournament. There's like a £200 belt that they've worn and all. So it's like, you know, we've clearly not made anything on it, but so we're trying to promote it. We're trying to do stuff for it. So I said, can you help? So they're like, yeah, of course. They're sponsoring it. They're providing some of the cash for the prizes as well. And I think they've got like 3 of their sponsored athletes competing as well. So
They're great. I've had a chat with them online before, and they're the most engaging people. Like, it's like some people have had discussions about regarding this aspect of jiu-jitsu where they're a bit negative about it, and it might be like want to place blame or something like that. But they're so positive and wanting to work.
yeah,
And they're great partners to work with. So.
yes, definitely. Because so when I first reached out to them, they're like, oh, let's just have a chat on the phone to them for about an hour and a half, just talking all things jiu-jitsu, talking their brand, talking Grapple House.
Great brand.
Yeah, really good. Got some really good gear as well. And
Got some great sponsors, all that.
we have
Covering every base now, aren't you? You got your strength and conditioning, you got your apparel, you got your.
We're trying. And then we've also got FCC on board.
Oh yeah.
So I know FCC they've been trying to sort of like branch out, haven't they, with their with their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So they've started adding a lot of grappling competitions and shows to it. I was speaking to Adam the other week, so it's going to be live streamed as well, which is fantastic. So again, more exposure for us, more exposure for the athletes. So people on the day can head over to their YouTube channel and can purchase it and watch it live.
Good.
Yeah, fantastic.
Anyway, thanks for coming on.
No, perfect. Thank you for having me. It's been fun. It's been fun. Despite being put on the spot and being asked to provide the 5 best clips, it's been really good.
What's happened to number 2? Because Sean said it should be 2 of you.
Oh, we've got to have an extra person, but.
So there's 4 of us. There's 4 of us that like predominantly run the show now. And I don't think the missuses would
Appreciate
would
Sunday.
let them out on the Sunday morning. So I've incurred the wrath of mine, and I've rocked up.
Try and make it work. Try and make it worth your while.